Today we'll learn how to replace your RV's water pump.
Whether you are looking to upgrade or just simply replace these items, you are in the right place. Before we get started, let's review a couple basic items to be sure your pump is actually bad. For the water pump to function, the battery must be properly charged, there must be water in the freshwater tank, and the city water hose disconnected. The pump switch at the monitor panel must be on, and a faucet must be turned on to put a demand on the system. If all of this is in order, you should hear the pump running and water should be coming out of the faucet. If this is not happening, we would recommend checking the fuse in the distribution panel, and if good, the pump is likely bad.
So let's find the pump. On this RV, it's located in the front compartment. Water pumps are usually located close to the convenience center where your water hookups are located and will require removing an access panel inside the unit or in the pass-through storage near the front. This would be where you could use a multimeter to verify that you have 12 volts to the water pump before proceeding with replacement.
Let's get started by turning off the pump switch. Turn on the water heater bypass, remove the city water connection, and drain the pressure from the lines by opening and closing any cold water faucet, or maybe two. Now open the low point drains to get as much water out of the lines as possible to avoid a mess inside when you disconnect the water pump lines from the pump itself.
If your fresh tank is above or on the same level of the water pump, drain the fresh tank prior to disconnecting the water lines from the pump. If this step is skipped, water damage may occur.
First, let's go ahead and remove the screws holding the pump to the floor. Removing the screws now will make it easier to work on. Set them aside as we will reuse them later.
Using wire cutters, cut the bell cap connectors and prep the wires for the new pump. Strip a 1/2 inch back.
We are ready to unscrew the connections from the pump. But before you do, make sure to have some shop towels handy to soak up any water remaining from the lines. There will always be some. You may need some pliers to loosen these up. Once the lines are loose, visually check the O-rings. First, verify they are still there, and two, they are not damaged and are reusable. If not, you'll need to purchase locally before reassembling.
You may notice a strainer on the inlet side of the pump that helps keep debris out of the pump. If the new pump does not include this strainer, you can reuse the old strainer on the new pump. Please note, not all pumps contain a strainer. It is just an added feature you may choose for your family. If yours has one, simply unthread and thread onto the new pump and it is ready to install.
Hand tighten the water lines 1/4 to 1/2 turn past tight. Resecure pump to the floor.
Now reconnect the positive and negative wires to the new pump using the bell caps.
It is important to clean and dry the area and water line fittings of any moisture before this next step.
Now close the low point drains, add water to the fresh tank, turn the water heater bypass off, turn the water pump switch on, open a faucet and check for leaks at both water line fittings. Use shop towels or some paper towel and even your fingers to check for leaks at the fittings. Now close the faucet. The pump should reach pressure and turn off. Check for leaks again at both water line fittings.
Reinstall the access panel and you're good to go.
That is all there is to it. Just a simple way we can help you camp better and stay out in the wild.